Hello, everyone. My name is Zachary Kenai Olson, and I will be going over you today the Acme Dental Workforce Security Policies. So first off, you will need to create a password for your account. Everyone knows about passwords. We use them every single day, but recently, actually not really recently, but within the past, passwords have been easier to crack and easier to find out by hackers and people like them. So we need you to kind of crack down harder on passwords. So we will need passwords to be at least 12 characters in length. They must have a combination of these four things: uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. You only really do need one of each, but having more than one uppercase letter, number, and symbol will be more secure. So the more, the better. The example that I have here is, this is an example: 1, 2, 1, 2, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. As you can see, I actually only have one symbol, which is probably, no, I have four, I'm sorry. I have the exclamation points. So yeah, I have four symbols, which is very helpful. I have this in all caps and example in all caps. This makes it harder to guess, and it's not a very common password, so it will be difficult for hackers to try and crack. We do not want you to include any personal interests or hobbies in these passwords, such as favorite sports teams, go Packers, food and travel destinations. This is because hackers are constantly surfing the web. They are able to find your social media accounts, such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and they can actually find out some of your favorite personal interests and hobbies, and they can be able to guess some of your passwords by like putting Green Bay Packers 12 for Aaron Rodgers and all that stuff. So yeah, we would like you to maybe choose something random. Like, actually, before I had this, I had Lamborghinis are cool 1212, but you can't have that because I probably have somewhere in one of my social medias that Lamborghinis are cool. So I switched it up. Next is bring your own device, BYOD. Employees will be allowed to use their own device. Although we do allow this, no public devices are allowed to be used for Tab 32 or Office 365. That includes any library computers or any of your friends' computers. Only company-approved BYOD are allowed, and even if you buy a brand new computer, you have to bring it into the company so that we can install all the antivirus and anti-malware programs on your BYOD device. So you are not allowed to use brand new devices until they are company approved. Speaking of installing the antivirus and anti-malware programs, no privacy will be breached while these programs are being installed. We will not be surfing through any of your files or anything like that. We will just be doing the basics to get those programs and software on your devices. We will not breach any security on your behalf. Sure, all sensitive data must be safely stored in an encrypted file. This is just so that it's not easier to hack, so that people can't easily find it. And then absolutely no company data will be permitted on personal cloud applications. If anyone is found doing so, they will be terminated. Next, keeping devices safe, keeping those BYOD devices safe. Now, because we do allow BYOD devices, you must never lose this device. Losing a device with sensitive information could be detrimental to the company and could cost you your job. So, trains, cars, your house. I don't know why you'd lose in your house, but do not lose these devices. It would be horrible to happen to everyone in this company and yourself. Patients could lose all their information. They could publicly be humiliated. I don't know if I should be saying that, but it's true. So do not lose these devices. Speaking of which, every company approved device must have some sort of tracking mechanism or monitoring tool installed to ensure the safe return of the lost device. We do know devices are lost. We do not want this to happen, but if they are, because of the tracking mechanisms, it makes it a little easier to find them, such as on your Apple Watch, when you do ping my iPhone, we will need something like that, but probably a little bit more secure on your devices. In case of a lost device, the company has a right to remotely wipe the device. This means that some of your information may be lost or all of your information may be lost, but this is a must be. We cannot have any information falling into the wrong hands. And if that means you guys are losing your information, I'm very sorry about that. Lastly, if any personal device is lost and cannot be returned, said employee will have to pay for a new device in full, and if it is to happen again, they will be terminated from the company. We do not take keeping devices safe lightly. This is very important. We cannot have you losing your devices. All right, Microsoft 365 and Tab 32. No matter where you are working, be it from home or from the office, keeping information secure is a #1 priority. And hackers are actively searching out Microsoft 365 and Tab 32, trying to find easy ways to access them because they know that these programs and softwares hold valuable information from many companies throughout the world. Never leave any programs open if you are not personally at the computer while running said programs. If you need to leave for any reason, for any amount of time, you must log out of any programs and log out of the computer. If you need to go to the bathroom and it takes 30 seconds, yes, you must log out of every single program and you must log out of the computer. It is a hassle, but it is a necessary thing to do. Due to the insecurity of forwarding emails, that will not be allowed. All emails must be created to new. And very important, obviously, because it is in all caps, always be on the lookout for phishing emails. A phishing email is where a hacker sends a fake message designed to trick someone into revealing sensitive information or to deploy malware software on the device. If any email seems fishy from unknown senders or unknown senders even, contact management immediately. Do not open any links from any fishy emails. I say known senders because I mean, they're not really known, but sometimes you can get hackers that are going to put like Facebook employee at Facebook socialmedia.com. They can sound very real, but they are not real. It is going to be a hacker just trying to use a real email. So look out for those. If it does seem fishy at all, let management know and we will check it out and try and find out what is going on. All right, next slide. Patient data, very important patient data. Keeping patient data secure is a top priority of this company. If we don't have our patients' trust, we do not have their business. This is very true. Patients obviously are very keen on their own information, and if it is lost, they are not going to be happy. So we have to be very safe and secure when it comes to their information. Very important, absolutely no patient data shall be emailed. All patient data information is read by doctors and patients. Physical copies can always be given. That may seem like an impossible task, but it is not. You just have to print out copies. Seems old school, but it is very necessary. And speaking of those printed copies, once they are fully used, they must be shredded. We cannot have any loose patient data around the office going out. If someone gets their hands on that, could be bad. Yep, right below it, all patient data will be printed out to fulfill office needs. Patient data should only be viewed by allowed parties. Security cameras have been placed inside the office to hold the staff accountable when it comes to patient data. It sounds like a breach of security, but it's actually just on the computers. And no, I'm sorry, it's actually all over the office. So yes, it is all over the office. That's actually in case of kind of robbers and maybe people that we don't know coming in, not on really your half, but we do have them around the office. So just be aware of that. Do not record patient data for any personal use. If any employee is found recording patient data, they will be immediately terminated and will be pressed for charges to the max, by the way. Patient data, do not record it. There have been many recorded things of, for some reason, employees think it's a good idea to record patient data. Maybe they think they can sell it online or something, but then they are always caught and they are always put in jail. Do not do it. Company computers. Yes, company computers. The use of company computers will only be used for company-approved programs, software, and websites. That means no Instagram, no Facebook, no Twitter, no YouTube, no fun stuff, right? I'm sorry, guys. If any employee are found breaking this rule, there will be consequences. Could be just trouble. If it keeps on happening, there will be serious and more serious consequences. Just don't do it. Any dangerous, explicit, or illegal activity found in this computer will result in immediate termination. That is obviously different from just searching the web. Like, I don't know, just be smart, guys. This is common sense here. All software updates will be applied automatically. Do not mess with the computer software as scheduled and let it run its update on its own. Pretty self-explanatory. Just kind of leave the computers alone, let them do its own thing, and everything will be fine. No USB devices are allowed. No USB devices can be used to transfer data. They can easily be lost, and that is a security issue. Speaks for itself once again. It's just, those little things are tricky, you know, hold a lot of sensitive data and they can be lost very easily. So just be very, actually they're not allowed, so whatever. Physical office security is a little different from cybersecurity and the computers, but also just as important. Each employee will have an office key Schedules are crazy. We know how it goes. Sometimes you guys switch shifts. So sometimes you open, sometimes you close. Obviously, everyone needs a key to close and open. So everyone has one. Because of this, if a key is lost, the employee will be given a replacement key. Mistakes are made. We understand that keys are hard to, keep track of. So you get one free replacement key. Any further loss of keys will result in the employee paying for the replacement key on their own and having to obtain it on their own. In other words, don't lose a key. And if you do, don't do it again. You literally have to go to a locksmith and do it by yourself. So it's a pain, and just don't lose the key twice. This is a place of work, so we do not have visiting hours. We do allow for food to be dropped off and quick visits such as a hello. We realize you all have personal lives, but the office work comes first. You guys are here from 9 to 5. You don't need visiting hours. It's not a prison. People don't get to come say hello. But obviously, if it's like Valentine's Day and your significant other wants to come in with some roses or chocolates or a big teddy bear or something, that's allowed. Obviously, that's allowed. We like that. I love love. But just, this is a place of work first. So just know that. As I brought up before, the office has security cameras. So if anyone is seen doing anything suspicious, they will be called out on it and charged to the extreme if found doing anything illegal. And lastly, no patient information shall be spoken of outside of work. That is a breach of personal security. Closing. Whoever's the last employee in the office will have to do a nightly sweep and make sure everything is in order before leaving. Each computer must have every application closed, and the user must be logged out with the computer turned off. Any loose papers must be identified and put in the correct place or shredded. Every door must be locked at night. That includes the 2 dental offices, the cleaning stations, the bathrooms, and the front door. Once all these things are checked off, you are free to leave. To make it a little easier for you guys, we do have a checkoff list at the front office, or at the front desk, which you can just go find for yourself when you are closing. Lastly, other security issues. 2 times a year, we'll be doing something like this just to kind of go over training again. We don't want you guys forgetting this stuff. It's very important. Like it says here, we want to keep everyone on their toes about security. And lastly, if anything suspicious is seen, whether it be digitally or physically, contact management and let us know what your worries are. We will do the best we can to solve the problem. All right, let me just stop sharing here and we will move on if you guys have any questions.